fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. Many have asked how the very, very cold temperatures these past few days and weeks could relate to climate change. Jay Wagstaff explains how climate change affects the jet stream and creates conditions for more extreme weather events like this. Hello everybody, that is from Catherine McKenna and her Twitter page. For those of you who don't know, Catherine Mary McKenna is the Minister of Environment and Climate Change in the Canadian Federal Liberal Communist Government. The audio you're going to hear is from the fount of all knowledge in Canada, that of CBC. For the uninitiated, that is the Canadian Broadcasting Company, known locally as the Communist Broadcasting Company, which is funded almost entirely by the federal government of Canada. Listen to how they describe the Arctic as getting warmer. Excuse me, it's 50 below, and they think it's melting? Correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't that defy physics? Far more important for us in Canada is having to endure the fake carbon dioxide tax, courtesy of 57 Genders Trudeau. This argument would completely invalidate the reason for that draconian charge on all Canadians and expose the hypocrisy of the Liberal government in Canada. And that would never do, would it? Here's the piece, links on my site. Your thoughts?
Okay, now this is the point where our meteorologist makes sense of it all. Johanna Wagstaff joining us from Vancouver. And Joe, we've heard about the polar vortex. Remind us what exactly is going on there.
So, Andrew, the polar vortex is basically just a band of swirling winds that's normally locked up in the Arctic, but every once in a while that vortex is disturbed and meanders much farther south than normal. In this case, the vortex is actually split in two, and one of those pockets of extremely cold air is entrenched across a huge swath of North America, with the heart of that cold air in central Canada and the U.S. Midwest.
And Joe, to what extent should we expect this kind of winter to happen again and again and again?
Well, there's more and more research connecting climate change and a warming climate to impacts on the jet stream. The temperature differences in our warming climate between the Arctic and the rest of the globe aren't as great because the Arctic is warming so much faster. And that's causing the jet stream to slow down, become wavier, meander more. And that opens the door to these weather events that get sort of locked in place longer than normal. So while we won't see every winter look like this, what we will see is more extreme weather events like this one.
Okay. Johanna Wagstaff, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. You can now find us on Spotify. Just go to the podcast section and type Canadian Politics with a Twist and you'll find us. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.